Hello and welcome to my next YouTube video. I know it's been a while. That was a weird intro, but I have been super busy. Actually, quick update as to why that is. We're in the middle of a show right now at this theater. I'm running Sonic Costumes. It's pretty busy, but it's very fun. And then I also picked up a second job, like 4 hours a week at the gym in my town, so that I can have a key and go whenever I want and not stick to their hours. And then I've also been hanging out with a lot of my friends and stuff. So super busy, and I'm sorry, but there's more content coming. So this video, I wanted to talk about no waste in your life. And I know it's kind of come up in other videos of mine, but it keeps coming up with people that I know or like in life. So I wanted to make a specific video about it. And I mean no waste in the sense that like everything you do has to be a foundational move for the next thing that you want to do. And I've been on this kick for a long time now, and like I said, I've talked about it in other videos, but it's something good to keep constantly on your mind. And every like podcast that I've been listening to has been kind of geared towards that, and not specifically in the words that I use or like whatever. And they like are much more formulated because they're smarter than I am, but very much so in the sense of like living a very proactive lifestyle. So like I know a lot of stuff has been going on with like the election and all that, which means nothing to me really because I'm living the life that I want to lead, which is unfair to other people, I understand. So I'm trying to find that balance, but I'm also trying to like put as much happiness into the world when there seems like there isn't that much right now. So like this is what I think actually matters, and I have it written in my notes, is like find what you actually want to be and be it, and then help others do the same thing. That's what matters to me. And then putting happy energy into the world and being healthy. So like my way of operating in this sort of world where like a lot of people are upset right now, I'm trying to show that like you can be what you want to be no matter what. It's up to you. And then I want other people to see that, and then I want to help them also do what they want to do. Like when I get to where I want to go, I want to help other people get where they're going. I think that's very it's idealistic for sure, but I think it's very important to like stress of like what actually excites you, and then what are you doing to get it. So a practice that I've done is like constantly writing down goals, making new goals. I've talked about these in other other videos, but excuse me, I wrote them down the other day while I was hanging out, and they are be insanely in shape, which is I think very important for everyone, not only actors or whatever. Be an A-list actor, be an intriguing director. Because my favorite directors are intriguing. That specific word of like they get it, and like they're always doing something very interesting. And they're always, you can see the fire in their eyes, and I want that. I want to be that. I want to be a stand-up comedian. I think that that's really fun. And a lot of people that I idolize are stand-up comedians, and they're hilarious. I think that the world needs more comedy. Next up, be a fashion and fitness model. Be a fitness trainer. And I want to be madly in love with someone who has like more fire than I do, who is like really like comes in my house and kicks every door down, metaphorically. Don't kick down my actual door in my house, but like someone who sees my fire but then goes much more driven than I am, and like someone who exhausts me in all the best ways. I want to be the happiest person in the world. I want to be a very trustworthy person in a world that lacks trust. I want to eliminate life waste, and I want to have the best of friends that you can have. So like to get further into the video, like with no waste and setting yourself up for that, like everything that you do in every single moment needs to be setting you up for the next thing that you want to do. If you want to be in shape, well, what are you eating? Or like, you want to move to California, how much are you saving money? Are you like making connections there? Or, do you want the next election to not go as terribly as this one did? Then start putting positive energy into the world. So setting foundations. And I see like myself as a foundation, a major foundation, and like picture like styrofoam pole, and you take all these qualities that you want, or like there, all these goals that I want, and these traits that I want to have, and these mannerisms that I want to have. I think of them like blocks with a little spike, and I can stick them into the styrofoam that is me, this foundation, and build everything. And I think that anyone can build themselves into whatever they want. And my hope is that it's something good that actually adds to the world. And a quick side note, I guess, I was talking to my roommate the other day about fitness and other things, and he was like saying that he thought I required less sleep than he did, because I keep a very crazy schedule and I'm not really stagnant for very long unless I'm sleeping or like watching a movie with friends. But that made me very happy. But it's like, it's not that I require sleep, so I'm tired a lot, but that doesn't mean anything to me. If you're tired, do you want to be well rested, or do you want to achieve your goals? And I think it's because of how I program my brain of like, if I want something, like I want these goals, or like I want to do something next week, or like I want to have this quality, it goes into my brain not as a want or a desire, but as a necessity. Like, this is what needs to happen. This is what will happen. I need to eat cleaner, so I do. I need to. And if I don't, then my brain like gets really negative towards me. And that might sound bad on the outside, I realize, but to me, I like it. I like when my brain is like, yo, you need to guide it back. You need to really check yourself, and do you actually want these goals? Because if not, make new ones and pursue those. But my brain is very good at picking at me when I'm not aligning myself towards what I want. And I've definitely built myself that. It's not like I was that way when I was 8 or anything, something I found while I was in college of like, that I can really work for things and get them. And then I think no one stressed this when I was a kid, and I like, based off of the friends that I had and like the mediums that I was watching and participating in and stuff, sort of guide me to this. But like, when you're a kid, no one stresses like, they say you can be whatever you want to be, but no one stresses like finding out what you actually want to be. So they say, oh, you can do anything, but that means nothing. It's like, what do you actually want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? Make it specific. That way you can actually go for it. Like, being broad it's like instant gratification. It doesn't really do anything for you unless it's broad, like specifically broad. Like, I want to be the happiest person in the world, because it's like I'm shooting for it, But like, oh, you can be whatever you want to be, but like, are you going for it? Because oftentimes the conversation stops there of like, you don't actually find it. And in finding what you want to do with your life, it has to be something that excites you to the point of exhaustion. Like, I'm this sort of weird way where like, I'll be super, super tired by the time my head hits the pillow, and then I'll be up for another half hour thinking about like the next day, the next step, all this stuff. And I'm super tired, and my eyes are like, oh, I'll go to sleep. But then, like, my brain is like, no, let's go. Let's keep rocking. Let's get these things, these goals, these people in your life, this food, blah, 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 blah. It's being specific, and being like so excited and exhausted, because that's where the beauty lies. Like, if you're scared of something, run at it, because it's probably going to help you grow in some sort of way. And don't pick something that like some easy fucking route and expect it to like make you happy 20 years from now, because I think life is way, way, way too long to do something that you dislike. And everyone always says like, "Oh, life is too short." Blah blah blah. No, it's not, because like think about when you were 8. I'm 24, and 8 does not seem that long ago to me, or that short ago. Sorry, my screen went dark. But being 8 seems like a very, very long time ago to me. And when I'm 30, 24 is going to seem like a long time because I have so much sensory input because I'm so excited about things all the time. So like life is way too long to do some mediocre bullshit with your life. And I don't want that for anyone. Really, not even my enemies. I don't have enemies right now, but I don't want that for anyone. And then I kind of said that like, screw instant gratification. Like, oh, this will make me happy now, but no, it won't. Like, do everything for like a year from now or a week from now, not like the next 10 minutes, because it won't help you. And it's kind of a short video, this one, because I kind of wanted to go on a little rant about no waste, especially since winter's coming and people are going to get like seasonal depression and whatever. Keep it going all the time. I have tea today. Oh, I'm excited. I'm trying to have tea in every video. This is Good Earth Matcha green tea. It's pretty good. The quote on the bag is, "Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try," which is very fitting. I didn't pick that, by the way, but it's very fitting for, that's why it's my favorite tea brand, but it's very fitting for today. And then another quick update. I'm going to New York soon. Super excited to do a photo shoot with my friend. And see New York, because New York is awesome. To wrap up the video, I have two things. My favorite podcasts, so that hopefully you guys can look at them, and I'll tag them in the post on Instagram. But the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, I listen to that all the time, and sometimes it's like with another comedian, and they're like making jokes, and it's fun to listen to. It's good like dribble as you're walking through the day, and then other times there's some amazing points to be made that my humor aligns with. The next one is the Ben Greenfield Fitness podcast. Dude is super smart, and it's a lot of nutrition stuff. I listened to one on like probiotics and enzymes the other day, and I'm going to listen to it again. I've listened to half of it again because there's so much in it that I didn't pick it all up. The My Two Cents podcast, I've talked about that with Justin Lovato and Sean. They're super cool. I follow both of them on Instagram. You should too. They're fucking sweet all the time. They always make me laugh. And then Renegade Radio, which is, I think, I might butcher this, Jay Ferrugia. I don't. These are all, like, it's another tips sort of podcast. That's Renegade Radio. Barbell Business is a really good one. Total Human Optimization, which is like through Onnit, I believe. And then The Art of Manliness podcast, which is like, it sounds really sexist, but it's actually like, they're not dude bros, which is important because I don't like dude bros, but also because like that seems sexist, but they're actually super smart and super awesome people. And then finally, my quote of the week is, I have visualized my imagination so clearly and so consistently that it has manifested itself into my reality. And that's the quote of the week because that is actually happening for me. I don't know who said it. I found it on Instagram. But everything that I say like I want and then it gets stored as a need is coming into my life and coming into my reality. And I definitely can't be the only one that this happens for. So try it, and maybe it will happen for you. Hopefully it does. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll try to get another one out once I get like enough content to actually talk about rather than me dribbling. And then also have a great winter, and don't let anyone get you down, because only you get to control how you feel.